Right now at 10, a ruling in the battle of the rideshare apps, and Uber and Lyft are gearing up to return.
So if you had two cars coming, you couldn't get down the street, you had to back out.
It's a parking nightmare for everyone involved. Now the neighbors around Zilker Park say something has to change, and this could affect you.
Dogs potentially poisoned, one of them dead. The investigation that has pet owners keeping their four-legged friends in the house.
And a viral story gets more traction. A mega movie chain in Austin responds to a lawsuit over a movie ticket. The Nightbeat starts now. The big names in ride-sharing apps are revving their engines, waiting to come back to Austin.
Uber tells us tonight it plans to start operating in Austin as soon as Governor Greg Abbott signs House Bill 100 into law. So what's really going to change from Austin's current rules? Right now, drivers who work for apps like Fare or Ride Austin have to go through a fingerprint background check. The new bill does away with that and goes to a name-based background check. Drivers will have to go through that every year, as well as sex offender registry checks. It also mandates records on rides have to be kept for 5 years, and the state reserves the right to revoke a company's permit. Supporters in the legislature say the universal rules will give consumers more choices.
Drunk drivers don't stop at city limit signs. And when someone drives drunk through my community on their way home from Austin because of a lack of alternative options, they're putting the lives of my children and my constituents' children at risk.
Sure.
Whatever we can do to keep what comes on the screen.
Austin Mayor Steve Adler says he hopes Uber and Lyft are ready for a fight. In a statement, he says our city should be proud of how we filled the gap between Uber and Lyft when they left, and we must now hope that they return ready to compete in a way that reflects Austin's values. And we do want to know if you'd use Uber or Lyft again here in Austin. Vote in our poll on our Facebook page.
If you choose not to ride share and drive to the city's next big festival, you could face new parking regulations. Austin City Council is reviewing a plan that could stiffen penalties for festival goers who park illegally in the Zilker, Barton Hills, and Bolden Creek neighborhoods. The Nightbeat's Tina Shively is live at City Hall with more details on the proposal.
Yeah, Mike, it's a problem that's been going on in those neighborhoods for decades, and now city leaders are taking steps to put the brakes on a possible disaster. This seemingly sleepy South Austin neighborhood looks very different when the crowds roll in to celebrate one of Austin's big events.
The street's parked up on both sides, and there's only one lane of traffic, so if you had two cars coming, you couldn't get down the street, you had to back out.
David King says during ACL, South by Southwest, and the Trail of Lights, many drivers don't comply with temporary no parking signs in Zilker, Barton Hills, and Bolden Creek neighborhoods. As the co-chair of the now dissolved Parkland Events Task Force, he's helping the city kick off a more permanent solution. The group's recommendations to City Council included increasing a parking ticket from $20 to $250. That fine would be lowered if a driver pays quickly.
That way it wouldn't hurt so much, but it would still send the message that we're serious about this.
During the festivals, towing would be enforced after a grace period, and there would also be permanent signs that warn permits are needed during special events. Despite costing over $90,000, King says those permanent signs would actually be cheaper for the city and therefore all of us.
The city co-sponsors these events, and so from a taxpayer's perspective, it's good to look at this new model as being less expensive and more effective.
But the real sticking point that's been driving this conversation, King says, is that emergency vehicles may have issues getting to someone in need. Dondi Krauser has seen it firsthand when the crowds weren't in town.
The fire truck got to about down there and they had to go all the way around.
Krauser sees everyday traffic as more of a burden than festival parking, but because this discussion comes up quite often, she's looking forward to a resolution.
Either let's do something about it and get it rectified, whatever that means, or let's just understand this is what it is and let it be.
King tells me a public meeting for input should be arranged in the next week or so, and that City Council should have the item on their agenda by the end of June. Live at City Hall, Tina Shively, KVUE News Nightbeat.
The developments keep coming tonight from Washington. The latest, the Justice Department has named former FBI Director Robert Mueller as special counsel in the ongoing FBI investigation into the Trump campaign and Russian meddling in the 2016 presidential election. It comes after claims the president revealed classified information to the Russians. Then a memo documented by former FBI Director James Comey claiming the president interfered in the investigation.
Let's be clear. It was this new report about James Comey's notes that I think forced the hand of Rod Rosenstein. Get a well-respected, well-regarded special counsel like Robert Mueller.
Mueller is stepping down as a lawyer to take on the new role. President Trump released a statement saying the investigation will only prove his campaign did nothing wrong.
New information tonight. Baylor University is facing new allegations surrounding the actions of its football team. It's the latest lawsuit filed against the university following a string of sexual assault claims. KVUE's Michael Perchik joins us with the story.
Mike, the plaintiff in this suit is a former Bears volleyball player. She says she was gang raped by as many as 8 Baylor football players in February of 2012. The alleged gang rape happened just a month before 2 other Baylor students were reportedly raped by members of the football team. Now, the lawsuit goes on to claim there's at least one 21-second video of 2 Baylor students being raped by members of the team. Earlier this month, as part of a separate story on rape kit backlogs throughout the state, KVUE sat down with former Baylor student Jasmine Hernandez. Her attacker, former Baylor linebacker Tevin Elliott, was convicted of sexual assault and is now in jail.
It hasn't just been neglect, it's been covering up certain incidents, and that just goes beyond a simple follow through with what you're supposed to be doing. It's a complete turnaround of the culture within the administration of the school and what they should be doing. It's a reprioritizing of values.
There were 125 reported cases of sexual assault or harassment at Baylor between 2011 and 2015. The overall Title IX investigation into the school's actions led to the dismissal of University President Ken Starr, as well as the resignation of head football coach Art Briles. In the newsroom, I'm Michael Perchik, KVUE News Nightbeat.
And if you want to see the full story on Texas's rape kit backlog problems, you can find it on our website, KVUE.com. The governor's mansion bathed in blue tonight for National Police Week. Governor Greg Abbott's office saying tonight is a sign of solidarity with the Dallas community, which honored officers killed in last July's ambush.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick says if 2 specific bills aren't passed before the regular session ends, he'll push for a special session. SB 2, which decreases how much cities and counties can increase property taxes without an election, and SB 6, commonly known as the bathroom bill, are the ones he wants to become law.
First and foremost, I pledge to keep the conservative promises that I made to the people of Texas.
Patrick made the announcement in response to a letter Speaker Joe Straus sent him Monday asking him to work with the House to prevent a special session. After Patrick's response, Straus told us the House doesn't take to threats well and added the chambers have to decide on policy together or not at all.
After some sunshine this afternoon, the clouds have roared back in. They'll be with us through the overnight. Temperatures right now ranging from mid-70s out west in the hill country to upper 70s in LaGrange. It's 76 degrees right now in Austin, and embedded in this thick cloud cover, a few pockets of light rain and drizzle. Won't amount to much overnight, a trace to a few hundredths of an inch, and that's it. But thunderstorm chances on the increase for tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Some of those thunderstorms, especially in the hill country, could be on the strong side. More rainfall as we head into the weekend. Lots to get to with your full forecast coming up.
Tonight, people living in one Pflugerville neighborhood are keeping a close eye on their dogs. This after police say 2 dogs in the area may have been poisoned. One of them died. It happened along Settlers Valley Drive near Wells Branch Parkway. The Nightbeat's Brandon Jones has the details, all new at 10.
That's the spot, right? That's the spot right there.
Spending quality time with his dogs is something Jesus Hernandez enjoys doing every day. Meet Coco.
He's very easily attached.
And Candy.
She loves to bite wood. She already ate up the whole baseboard, like in the back door.
The thought of someone harming them is unimaginable, but Hernandez lives near the Creekside neighborhood where police believe someone is doing just that. Investigators say at least 2 dogs may have been poisoned. One of the dogs die.
That's something very terrible that should not be happening.
2 cases of potential dog poisoning were reported on May 16th to Pflugerville police. Creekside Neighborhood Association President Pat Pingleton spoke to us about what happened.
Emily's dog was poisoned with some meat that was laced with something poisonous, thrown over the fence.
Hours later,
we also had another neighbor whose dog was found with a rawhide toy or rawhide shoe.
A spokesperson for the police department would not confirm how the dogs were potentially poisoned. However, a letter written by investigators encourages the neighborhood to be proactive in keeping Fido safe. Hernandez plans to do just that.
We need to take better care of our animals, but not only from them, but also now, watch out for people who want to harm our pets,
And that was Brandon Jones reporting. And if you can help Pflugerville police solve this case, they'd like you to give them a call at 512-670-5700.
We first brought you the story last night that by now you've probably seen all over your social media timelines. A man suing his date for the price of a movie ticket because she texted during the movie and then got up and left. Now, CEO of the Alamo Drafthouse Theaters wants to put this all to rest. The Alamo is, of course, known for its staunch policy prohibiting texting and cell phone use in its theaters. He posted via Facebook today saying he is concerned about our courts being clogged with, I can't say it again, needless lawsuits, but that texting in theaters is a threat to civilized society. He's offering the plaintiff a $17.31 gift card to the Alamo for his next outing. And he tells us he is considering doing that. That's a hard word for me to say.
It's a hard word for anyone to say.
Superfluous. I can say it now, I just can't say it during the story. A couple's wedding photos are going viral. You'll never guess where they got hitched.
And a mix-up for a valedictorian leaves a deserving senior out of luck. The school's reason for not correcting the mistake.
Cloudy skies this evening, a little bit of patchy areas of drizzle, light rain. Temperatures today made it up to 90 degrees at Camp Mabry after a couple of showers this morning, but registering just over 1/10 of an inch. More rain in the forecast, especially for the upcoming weekend. We'll talk about that next.
Kind of a rainy day outside.
I was going to say, definitely overcast, lots of clouds, especially earlier this morning.
Yeah, and it's pretty much stayed muggy throughout the day, too, Albert.
Yeah, at least we saw some afternoon sunshine. That got us into those upper 80s and low 90s. We'll be in that same kind of temperature range for tomorrow, but we're going to start off just as cloudy, and we'll look for some light rain chances as we head towards the morning commute. Nothing too heavy, but some patchy rain in the morning. We'll hold off on the best chance of a shower and thunderstorm for the evening hours, first for the Hill Country, and then tomorrow night for the metro, and more rain in the extended forecast. But out there right now, nothing significant on Max Storm Doppler radar. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, along and back off to the east, the interstate, thick cloud cover that's advancing westward, and embedded in that thick cloud cover, a lot of moisture, and that's why we have some passing light rain showers overnight. Here's our next area of low pressure. It's sitting over Utah right now, and this is going to be spinning areas of disturbed weather over the next several days, and that's why the weather pattern will stay active over the next several days. But overnight, a passing shower possible. Tomorrow morning, notice nothing all that heavy, but some patchy areas of light rain and drizzle will be with us, and even a passing shower in the afternoon. But we'll hold off on the best chance of a shower or thunderstorm until the evening hours. First for the Hill Country, where a slight risk of severe weather is out. That's that yellow area. The main concern would be an isolated strong to severe thunderstorm producing some hail tomorrow evening out west. For the metro, we're talking Williamson, Travis, and Hayes County. We're in this green. We're in that marginal low-end threat of maybe a strong thunderstorm tomorrow night. But if you don't get rain tomorrow, especially tomorrow evening, there are numerous opportunities to get measurable rainfall at your house. Evening thunderstorms tomorrow will lower the rain chance. Just some isolated activity on Friday afternoon, Friday evening. And then with a front, heavy pockets of rainfall in the forecast for Saturday. Lingering scattered activity Sunday even into Monday of next week. So by the time it's all said and done, 1 to 2 inches of rainfall is in the cards over the next several days. Patchy light rain tonight, 73 degrees for the low. Breeze out of the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. If we didn't have that strong south wind, we'd be calling for widespread fog, just a patch of fog or two possible. And the overnight, that south wind will allow for mixing here in our atmosphere. Morning clouds, some peaks of sun in the afternoon, and then the best chance for a thunderstorm will come into the evening hours, first for the hill country and then for the metro. 89 degrees for the high temperature, so it's very possible that you won't even see a raindrop throughout the afternoon, as we'll hold off on those better rain chances for late in the day into the evening hours. Grass pollen low for tomorrow. Molds thriving with this humid environment in the high count. Allergy forecast found every day in the Austin American-Statesman. Tonight's KVUE weather snapshot sent in last week courtesy of Michael C. Allen. Really neat to see this photo. Talk about perfect timing. The clouds break just enough and you get this heavenly picture, huh? We'd love to see your weather photos and nature photos. Snapshot at KVUE.com. So late day thunderstorm, evening hours, overnight hours tomorrow. And then as we head towards Friday, we'll lower the rain chance a bit. Still an isolated shower storm possible. Saturday at this point looks to be the best opportunity for measurable rainfall, especially late in the day Saturday. Afternoon, evening hours as a front moves in. That front will actually stall south of the area, and that's why those rain chances kind of stay with us Sunday, Monday, and even lingering Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So don't be discouraged if you don't get enough rainfall tomorrow. We've got plenty of opportunities the next 7 days.
Yeah, a lot of rainfalls in those 7 days.
Exactly. Maybe as much as 2 inches in a few spots.
Oh, wow.
All right, thanks, Albert.
Well, a valedictorian without the title, the mix-up at a Texas school.
And a recess program that has kids paying more attention in class.
A high school senior in Waco is missing out on being named class valedictorian after a clerical error. Allison Talbot says it started with a mistake by Temple College, where she took dual credit courses to earn her associate's degree. The college mistakenly gave her a grade of 92% when she actually earned a 97.5% score. Talbot pointed out the error and Temple College issued an apology, but she was told by the school district it was too late to change her class rank from second to first. Talbot says this isn't just about status or rank, but about a school district implementing the very values it teaches.
All 4 years at high school, that's what we're taught. Do the right thing. Be confident. Stand up for what you believe in. And basically this whole deal is, I wish the school would fall back on what they're teaching the students is to do the right thing.
The district superintendent issued a statement saying he's in contact with Temple College and will provide updates if anything changes.
Some elementary schools in Dallas say that kids are responding better to recess 4 times a day. Now, it's only for 15 minutes each break, but teachers say while there's less instruction time, they earn it back by saving time on getting kids to refocus, because the children can channel their energy more often going to recess.
Well, and speaking of...
Amen.
Yeah. Speaking of channeling energy, the Spurs needed to rechannel some of their energy.
Maybe they just need a recess or 2 or 3 or 4, something like
break.
that. I'll tell you what. The question is, did the Spurs give up in game number 1?
I think they believed.
Okay, actually it was game 2, but Greg Popovich explains why they played so poorly when KVUE returns.